Welcome back. Thank you for being part of this program. We are discussing on how to be a committed business owner. Not being committed because you're employed or you're a manager, but you can also be a committed business owner and see how far you can go. And before we took a break, Velma,
Yes.
we were looking at you explaining how you serve people with integrity, and I loved that, yeah, because sometimes we are not sincere to our customers,
Yeah.
something that makes them even go away. But the fact that you can advise me as your customer, tell me, you know what, Beatrice, this one doesn't go well with you. Let's
Yeah.
do this. This will work for you. I think that matters a lot, yeah.
Yes.
And as we continue, I would want to hear from you. In matters of commitment, or even other people that do the business you do, or different businesses, how would you say you're different in the marketplace, and especially being a Christian?
Wow, that's something that
Yeah.
I've always been thinking about and living actually.
Yes.
Because the motivation first is God. So that
Yeah.
is even the centerpiece of everything.
Wow.
Because now when people enter into my business, it is not a normal business like any other out there.
Yes.
Because as a Christian, I need to give hope. I need to remind people that Christ is still alive. I need to remind them that there's hope. So there's always a background music playing, a Christian background music. So anyone coming in knows this place, these guys are saved and they love God.
Wow.
You know, and again, they walking into the business knowing that it's not by might, it's not by power, but it's by the Spirit of God that leads you and shows you that this is where this person has been ailed, this is where this person needs help. Like some people are brought into our business, and I always know that it's not because of the nails, it's because of an answer they needed. You know, so you find that there are other prospering businesses out there, but there's a client of mine who wants, because someone wants to just go and experience, you know, this, you know, trending places and all that. They went there. When they came back, they were like, no, I'll never go back there, because they really felt out of place.
Yes.
Everything within their spirit was just telling them. You see, even the environment was not like, it was demotivating. Everyone who was there is just beaten and looking funny, you know. And she was like, no, that's not what I want. I want to go to a place where I feel calm. I feel God. I don't feel like God left, you know, I've come to just receive a service. So as a Christian, it's been amazing to be able to lead other people. And even the businesses around me, they know this girl loves God.
Wow.
And there are things they can do around me. Amazing. And I don't tell them. I don't go shouting, you know, I'm saying just the way I carry myself, the way I talk, the way what goes on in that place, they can see it.
Yes.
Well, they pass, they're like, wow. Even when someone wants to, there's someone who was smoking around there sometime, and they came and told me, I hope it's not affecting you. I didn't tell them.
Yes.
But because they know that they understand, because of the way you're carrying yourself. So it becomes like a leader. It's like you're leading other businesses, because all these people who are doing, even the providing other services, they have their own issues. That money that they get from those businesses can't help them. So they'll let us come and consult, because we have like similar businesses around. Guys would come, hey, you do it so well. What do? You just give them hope. You talk to them nicely. You be kind to them, and they're like, wow, they're even attracted more to the kingdom, because they understand, oh, there's something about this person. There's something that is not the same with what everyone else is doing. Now, that the essence of being a Christian promotes that integrity.
Yes.
It promotes you to be very truthful. It promotes you to be very consistent. It helps you to be patient, because people have issues. Someone will come and they just want to burst on you. And now you because you know you have Christ, you have self-control, you know, I can't go back and forth with this person.
Yes.
And because you want to maintain them. So it helps you to keep integrity to its top notch, you know. And also now when you're around people in church, you when you go back to church and serve, you know, you even are able to provide solutions to the church members, because they're like, oh wow, I can come there and not lose myself, and not feel like I'm in a funny environment, you know. I'm in a place that I can continue conversing with my God peacefully. I am comfortable. I don't feel out of place, you know. So it's really been amazing, because it promotes a lot of trustworthiness from the client.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Because I agree with you, because sometimes you may go to a place and you're there to get service, but what people talk who are there, Even the people serving you themselves, the words they are speaking, you feel like,
you just want to spend the next minute there.
Yes, you know. And I think being a Christian, then that difference need to come.
Yes, it needs to be very clear.
Beautiful. Now, I believe you've worked with employees here and there. Yes. You have employees that have worked with you, or people you've given assignments to do for you. How do you ensure that they fit within your commitment, or they are committed to your role, the role that you've given them, and they still also fit within that environment that your business operates?
The first thing that I know is that I'm the example. I am the first example to show them what they need to do. So they have to learn that from watching. There's you telling them, and there's you being true to your word. So I always remember the back stops with me. At every single point, the back stops with me. I'm the one who has to show that consistent in every time we open the shop. We have to start with prayers, close with prayers, regardless of who is in the business. We do not sit there and say, oh, get out, we pray with you there, you know. So showing them and cultivating that culture in them, and showing them it's not just, you didn't just come here for the word. Some of them I even tell them, you come here because there's an answer God wants you to get from here. That may not be even that pay that I give you, you know. So they learn first from me, the back stops with me, so they have to see it in me, and then now putting structures in place that now emphasize on it. I have to tell them how to talk to the clients, the conversations they can't have about each other in the business premise when the client is there. They cannot talk about a client when another client is there. You know, they just have to ensure that as they do that, because even the Bible says that it's not good to, you know, fault find people, you know, talk behind people's backs, you know. So when a client has had an issue, I tell them to hand them over to me, so that I'm able to find a calm way of talking to the client. So putting structures that are and emphasizing, having meetings regularly and reminding them that this is our core. This is what we believe in. This is what we're doing. And when they do something, you correct them in a very nice way, not in front of the client. You know, you're able to check things you put things to order every other day that you're there with them. But they mostly learn it from what they see you do.
That you have to be a great example. Wow, I love that when you talk about correcting them when the client is not there. Because sometimes people make mistakes, and the client is there, and you're like, the person just shouts at them, and you're like, oh God, that's the owner or something. You know, it does not build this person.
Because now when you do it consistent, and then being consistent, ensuring that whatever you say is what you do. You don't say something and you don't do it, and you expect them to do it, they won't do it.
They won't.
So as the example, you have to ensure that you're doing it so that they see you do. When something is not working, you'll be the first to replace it. You don't just keep assigning, because the more you keep assigning, they'll think that you can't do it. You can't survive without them, you know. So you show them, if something is not working, you just pick it up and do it. They'll see. Next time it's not working, they'll do it.
They'll do it.
You know, and it will be even favor you on your end and favor them. And continually, consistently, every day, reminding them, and maybe having a WhatsApp group and stuff that you're constantly communicating with them and telling them this and this is happening. When this comes up, you tell me. And you're even because maybe you may not be working in there, you may, like me, being available in the business, but ensure every time and again you find time to go there and see what's going on.
Happening.
Once in a while you pop up and then do, if you can even do the service.
You're right.
Like do it so that they see. It's not like you just employed them. Even if you started a business that you don't have the skills for it, you can learn.
You can learn.
You can learn. Yeah. So that you show them how committed you are to the thing. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Have you had a situation whereby an employee, you realize an employee is not committed and you have to do away with them?
Yes.
And how did you handle that?
Yes. Of course, you give them a benefit of doubt. You give them several chances until now you have to check their heart. Because the most important thing is the heart and the discipline. We hire the attitude and the discipline more than the skill. Because teachability is very important. Because if you keep repeating something again and again, then it means this person is not there. Because the moment they come in, you have to tell them, I know you're here for the money, but me, I'm here to give you growth. You know, I'm not just here to add on to your bank account. I'm here to add on to your character and your values and your, you know, and all that. But when you go out there, you're a better person than when you came in. You're not just living with more money and a worse character, worse attitude, you know. I'm like, no, if you come around me, you have to be a better than how I found you, you know. So I ensure that I emphasize on that. But by the time they're leaving, even them, they know. They know because I've been telling them, like, you're not doing ABCD, I need you to do ABCD. And there are rules that, of course, you have to put in place that should work. So if they break them several times, you've given them... Someone once left and they were not there for us. You give them off to see, okay, is it a problem that you can handle? When they came back and the attitude is still the same, you just tell them, you know what, it's okay. I appreciate the time that you've been here with me, and I know that you... The good thing about it is, by the time I'm releasing you, even may know you are not the way you came. I am perfectly and absolutely sure
you know,
I have imparted something in you, that when you leave, you're not just leaving the same way you came. Even if probably peradventure you think I didn't treat you well, which we always talk about. Is there anything I've done? Because you see, even my employees, I usually have meetings with them sometimes. Is there anything we are not doing right? Where should we improve? They'll tell you, do this and that and that and that. So you also be open to hear from them.
Wow, beautiful. I know you don't have a lot of time, but maybe to ask you a question. Have you, during your journey in your business, was there a time that you felt like, I think I need to close this now, it's not working?
Of course those times are there. Because now if you venture into a business and most of the time you're focusing on people, sometimes you may forget that you still need the money at the end of the day. So when especially when COVID hit, it was really difficult because people started working from home, and you're here and you're thinking, how am I going to pay my bills? Because at the end of the day, you need to pay that place, you know. So the thing that I liked and working with God is now where it really comes in, because God reminds you, I gave you this assignment, I'll fund it. I gave you this assignment, I'll be there to stand with you. So however much it doesn't look like it's making sense, you just trust me. You know, and with the help of my husband, was like, no, you baby, just keep going, going no matter what. You started this, you didn't have anything. Now you're here, you can't stop now. Let's just trust God. And he's been a very pillar to help me in when I'm going down. It's like, no, just wake up and go, just go to work. We'll make it.
So and that persistence and moving on and never giving up.
And surrounding yourself with people
with the right
who have the right energy.
You're right.
You can't, because someone who has not been in business before, or someone who has not been on your journey, if you talk to them, they'll be like, achana nayo, look for something else, you know. But then when you sit down and you're like, no, so you need to know at that particular point when I'm vulnerable, I was able to know who is the particular person to go to. In my case, my husband was very helpful. Another, you can go to, like, maybe talk to your pastors, talk to friends who can engineer you to push, to press forward.
Wow. I know we should be finishing, but my final word or question is, in case someone is watching you and they're struggling a bit with their business and they're feeling like they cannot move any further, please, your last word to them as we close the program.
I would encourage anyone who is having challenges in their business that number one, God is your first motivation. He started it with you. He shall keep you. You just need to trust him and surround yourself with the right energy, the people who can steer you forward to where you want to go. And you need to grow over and above criticism and take it positively, and know that if someone is saying it's not working, then it means that you can do something to make it work.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Velma, for coming. It was great interacting with you.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate for the opportunity.
Thank you.
And I look forward to more of this.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I believe you've learned a lot, and we are not going to give up. We are going to continue pushing until we become what God desires us to be. This has been Empower. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. God bless you. See you next week.